Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for To Your Eternity, episode 20. This is the finale of the show. It's a little bit shorter of a two-core than the typical anime, being like 20, 24, 25 episodes when they do like a two-core type thing. But I am looking forward to the finale. Last episode was really good. It kind of... I wasn't super satisfied with Hayase's reasons, just being kind of crazy person, you know? But at least now we know that she's just a crazy person, you know? I kept trying to figure out her motives and stuff like that, but there is confirmed to be a season 2, so when that airs, I will most likely be watching it as it airs like I did here, unless for some reason I'm really busy at the time or something, which is kind of why I don't want to replace this slot with anything. I kind of want to keep it open for, like, if a sequel comes in one of the airing seasons, I'll, like, you know, have that extra slot available, but yeah, so nothing will be coming after this to replace it. I still have other shows, and a lot of those shows are ending right now, so I have a lot of new stuff that's going to be coming soon, so that's cool. But yeah, nothing's going to be replacing this show. But anyway, I'm looking forward to it. We have Fushi left, ditch Hayase. Hayase got taken, or like, I don't know what happened with her and the knocker. We had what was her name, Tonari, staying on the island to try to fix it and everything, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I did see a tiny bit of the preview which showed Pioran, so I look forward. I'm sure we're meeting up with her again, you know, because I looked at a little bit of the preview because last episode felt so like a conclusion that I almost thought that it was the last episode, and I made that mistake before where I watched the last episode and didn't realize that for some reason they numbered the OVA as like I think it was like episode like 24, you know, or something like that was the OVA, and 23 was the end of the show, and I messed that up and didn't get to talk about it. Anyway, rambling aside, let's get started, shall we? All right, we're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Yes. I'm gonna mix a little bit of water real fast, guys. Take a big sip, make room. I have this, like, lemonade stuff that we accidentally got. It just, like, we got it for free. It randomly showed up in our cart, and we didn't even pay for it, so figured I'd psh, psh. Do a couple squirts, and I normally, like, I've already drank like 3 waters today, normal, but I do like maybe one of these a day just to change it up a little bit, you know. It's kind of nice having, I have like flavored waters. They're like carbonated flavored waters that I drink like one a day as well, usually with my dinner, as just like another thing to change it up a little bit. But when all you drink is those 2 things for like almost a year, it's actually really nice having this little lemonade stuff, even though I don't know how good it is for you. I mean, it has 0 calories, but it has some sodium and stuff like that, so it's surprisingly good. It's like, it tastes just like lemonade tastes like. It just doesn't have that, like, sugary twang to it, because obviously they try not to put a lot of sugar in it, or else it wouldn't be healthy, you know? But other than that, like, if you think of what lemonade tastes like minus the sugar, it actually, like, nails it perfectly. I've had some of those, like, packets that you put in your water that didn't really taste like... It tasted more like water than lemonade. Someone is very stingy with their food. Pioran. So, does she just not eat a lot, or can she just not afford a lot? Oh. Look at Pioran. She looks sad. You better go see her. I was kind of worried about this. Is he gonna think about leaving her? No, dude! Pioran, you better turn and look. See those feet. Ah, echoes. I don't like echoes. Come on, man. It's so convenient that he can just make his own food and eat it. Because it's like Momo's quirk from that it takes the lipids in her body, which basically means it takes calories. So, even though she already can't make food, if she were to make food, if she could, it wouldn't do anything. It'd be neutralizing. Oh. Damn. I'm telling you, young kids and old people get me. Like, I don't know why. If it's like... No, come on, dude. She's just gonna spend the rest of her life waiting for you. I guess when she wakes up and sees those fruits there, maybe that'll be the sign that he's gone. Yeah, see, that's what I just said. A rat? He's just gonna stab himself with it. Huh! Rubby, 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 rubby. So convenient. He doesn't even have to, like, really hurt himself. I guess, like, it's a minor pain because he's, like, pushing it into his hand, you know? But it's not like he has to, like, stab himself with it. She's still asleep. God damn it, Pioran, why couldn't you have been awake? That was, like, the same shot, just the scroll there. Come on, dude. Fushi. Just ruining the economy now? Uh-oh. She gonna be fine. It did look like... Yeah, she's being dragged away. Shit. What? What an asshole. She helps herself. And then he realized that face. Oh God. Keep been going back and forth. That Pioran. I love how he addresses people. Yeah. Old age, dude. Damn, that's really cool imagery. Okay, I was gonna say, can he tell the future? Oh. Oh, he can turn into them. Wow. All these extra forms now. No, you didn't, dude. Like, yes, this thing is following you, but it's not your fault it's following you. Ah, come on. Oh. I'm glad she woke up. Oh, that's such a big smile. Oh. He's gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. God, that was such a big smile on her face. She's looked sad the whole episode too, I felt like. Look at how happy she is now. Everywhere. Oh, cool. They got a little shack. Is that theirs? Or is it this random dude? Oh, God. It's Hayase, isn't it? God damn it. And the donkey. I like how he mentions the donkey, too. Wow, 90. Yeah. Feels like such a long time ago. Hmm. 14. Okay. Nice. Can he just make it again? Wow. Okay. So he can recreate it even with the text on it. Interesting. Oh. Considering Fushi the grandchild? Or does she actually have a grandchild? Oh, no, no, no. Don't do this in the final episode. She's gonna be okay, right? Oh, no. Oh, she's dementia kind of thing. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, man. Oh, jeez. I'm like tearing up here. I've gone through this with a family member, so this is hitting me pretty hard. Sorry if I'm a little quiet since it started. Well, not the episode, but. Oh. Oh, she's not. She's not gonna do anything, is she? That was like a goodbye. And then the fire goes out completely. Oh no. And now rain! Oh, shit. Oh. He doesn't interfere, does he? Will he? I guess he tells Fushi when they're coming. Whoa. Can she see him? Whoa. Whoa. Oh my god, the girl from the opening? The pink-haired girl from the opening. It is! What? So, is this like the almost afterlife, or another orb? Is she gonna be another immortal? Whoa, that was cool. Okay. So that was him grabbing her before she went to paradise. Oh, she's smiling too. Oh, Fushi. Damn. Ugh. Giving her a... Is he burning her? Funeral pyre? Maybe not. The red nose, just like the boy from the first episode. Oh. Oh. Ugh. Killing me, show. Okay, no, I think that was just a fire. Unless he just buried what was left. Oh, man. Several decades. Wow. Has he still just... Oh, shit. Has he still just been on this island? Is that the Knockers? He's older, isn't he? Jeez. It looks like he killed one of them. Wow, that's where they end it. Damn. Oh, man. God. That episode just hit me in, like, 3 different ways. Whew. I am emotionally drained. So, my great-grandmother, a couple years back, passed away, and before she passed away, it started going down that route that was happening to Pioran, where she started to, forget a lot of things and everything. So seeing that was really rough for me. It brought back memories, and just, seeing it happen is always sad, but... Alright. Oh, right at the end of the credits, Series 2, planned for fall of 2022. Alright, there we go. Alright, guys, that is the end of episode 20 and of the series, or the season 1 anyway. Damn. Yeah, so with my great-grandmother, I was always, like, sort of close with her, but never, like, it wasn't anything where I was, like, extremely close to her, but I would still go to visit her all the time. We used to go to her place for Christmas every year and stuff like that, and like, I'll never forget there was a picture we took together, and it wasn't even anything, like, it wasn't even a big deal. We just went to go visit one time, and I'm very tall, and she was very short, and so, like, one of the times I was, like, standing up to get a drink or something, and she walked over to me and gave me a hug, and she's like, "You're so tall," and like, and my mom ended up taking a picture. She was like, "Do you want a picture?" And then we ended up framing it to her and giving it to her, and then every time we visited after, she'd grab the picture and be like, "Look, I still have it," and stuff like that. And then I think it was on her like 95th birthday, I think it was. We had a big get together, and I mean, she was already, starting to lose it, and I went to go, say happy birthday to her and stuff, and she didn't know who I was, and I know it's not her fault, but it was just, like, really sad to just see someone that you've known for your whole life, and you visit multiple times a year, and stuff like that, to just not know who you are anymore, But so seeing this here with Pioran starting to go down that route was really sad. I was getting emotional in the beginning of the episode when Fushi was just watching her, and she just didn't look happy, She was just, like, eating, like, her little meal of, like, peas because it's all she could afford, or she couldn't even afford it. The guy gave it to her for free, you know, just like whatever she could to get by, and I was like getting emotional just because I don't like seeing lonely old people. I think old people need to be surrounded by, the people they love and the people that love them, up until the end, and because that loneliness can deteriorate the body more than anything, I feel like, So I was starting to get really emotional when we were seeing that, and then, you know, it and then I got emotional in like a different sense when she saw Fushi and just had that big smile on her face, and I was like, oh, this poor old woman, and Fushi's like bringing her through the ringer, just trying to stay away from her and stuff, but oh man. And then we started seeing her, lose her marbles a bit, and that's when I really started tearing up. And then the tears actually came out when Fushi saw her, and everything. But oh man, well, we know what the girl is in the opening. I talked about that last time. How we haven't seen her yet. It was I guess what Pioran looked like when she was younger. That's really cool. They spoiled a lot in the opening, I will say, but that is one thing that I did not see coming. A lot of the things I was able to predict based on what I saw in the opening, but that was not something that I thought of at all. Would be a younger Pioran. But she spoke to the black being, and told him to end her, and if possible reincarnate her as something more useful to Fushi. But I wonder what that's gonna end up meaning. He said she's gonna lose all sense of self, so kind of like the idea of reincarnation is, you come back as something, and whatever it is, it doesn't matter really because you're not going to remember it. So I wonder if we're ever going to know, will we ever find out? But he like had an orb and like absorbed her into it. So is it possible that in season 2 or sometime in the future we get another sentient orb? A immortal companion for Fushi to be with forever, kind of thing. And will that be the reincarnation of Pioran? I don't know, but I mean that's just a little theory that I have going based off seeing that, but goddamn guys, this took it out of me for sure. I was so frustrated with Fushi because I know he's trying to do the right thing. I understand, like, the knockers come after, but they already had this conversation where, like, she knows the risk she's in, and she's, like, wanting to spend the rest of her days with him, regardless of knowing the dangers. And I kind of wish, like, he recalled that conversation and then went to her sooner, but I do understand his conflict, because so many people around him have died because of the knockers and everything. At least finally someone that he's known has died a natural death, or at least to his knowledge a natural death. Technically, who knows how long she would have lived. She seemed very weak right there when she was kind of giving up, but technically the black thing took her. So technically it wasn't a natural death, but for as far as Fushi knows, she died of old age, and at least it finally wasn't a death that happened in his life that was, what he feels responsible for, but yeah, damn, it was just a sad, emotional episode, but I guess we're going to be going into like a fresh start. Decades have passed. He killed some knockers, it seemed like. We also had that one hut where, like, have your injuries healed, and then, like, an arm grabbed the dude or whatever. So, I'm wondering if, I mean, I imagine that was Hayase, right? I wonder if there was anything telling about the scene, right? Like, was there anything about it that was like the arm is what I mean? Like, did it have anything on it that was like Hayase's that we'd recognize? Here it is. The guy walks up to it. Does your wound still hurt? And then grab. Yeah, that might be the thing she had on her forearm. And then bandages around the hands. I mean, who else would it be? Other than, like, showing us that Hayase is still alive, you know? I feel like that's what it is, you know? But, anyway. Yeah. So, I mean, I kind of figured she was, you know, we saw her get taken by the knockers, but what we don't know is, I theorize, like, what if she was, like, some kind of hybrid of, like, working with the knockers in unison, like, sharing the body kind of thing, and, or whatever, and maybe something like that is going on, and we're gonna see her again as, like, a semi, like, half knocker, half person, and then maybe that could be a way we communicate with the knockers, you know? If she's able to communicate with them since they're, like, inside her or something. I don't know. We'll just have to see in the next season, but yeah. If that wasn't her, I imagine she's still out there somewhere anyway, you know? But yeah. Oh, man. I liked the narration of, like, the alien dude talking about, you know, Fushi, and stuff like that, and how, like, he feels about him, and, like, the different, you know, like, as the time passes and everything, just, I don't know, just the narration of it was kind of cool, because sometimes you have a narrator and you're like, okay, thank you, narrator, but in this case, the narrator is actually a part of the show, and I find that pretty interesting. I also find it interesting that he, like, I wonder how he, like, I still wonder, like, a lot about him, like, usually he's, like, following Fushi around, or at least I feel like he is, but he appeared before Pioran this time, just because she said, like, hey, you know, and, like, talk to him directly, you know? So, like, I wonder if he's just kind of omnipotent in a way that, like, if someone, like, speaks to him, he can, like, tell immediately and be there immediately kind of thing. Or, like, did he just happen to be hanging out at the camp while Fushi left, you know? Or, like, I wonder what he does, like, when he's not talking to Fushi and stuff. When he vanishes, like, what does he do? Is he just watching? Or what? I still have a lot I want to learn about that guy, too. I don't know if it's something we're ever going to learn, you know, or how long it's going to take us to learn about him, but it would be interesting if something somehow sparked him to be like, okay, I need to tell you about myself, you know? But yeah. As a show, as a whole, because I think I've covered most of what I want to talk about for the episode, but now that we are at the finale, I absolutely loved March. It killed me. Like, that's probably the hardest I've felt feels in possibly any show, except maybe Your Lie in April. I watched that one on my own. There's no reaction to it. I watched it on my own a long time ago, and that one crushed me pretty hard. There have been other shows and stuff like that have made me tear up and stuff like that. Violet Evergarden got me pretty good several times. Violet Evergarden might have been harder than March with one specific episode. But either way, just March was an awesome character. She was so young and just wanted to grow up, and she ended up going out like that, and it sucks. So, the whole March arc was definitely my favorite, and it was also just fun seeing Fushi kind of develop as a character, going from this, entity that was like the alien dude said this episode, like it seems like it's so far from being a beast, where like he had the human form, but he still like ate on all fours and stuff like that, and didn't comprehend things, and then he slowly started to like act more like a human by mimicking March, and then started learning language, and then we had like the time skip with Gugu and Reen and everything, and that was a good arc too. Their deaths didn't hit me as hard just because there was a small part of me after learning the pattern of the deaths in this show. I kind of had a feeling that it might happen. Granted, Reen isn't dead as far as we know, unless Hayase went and killed her too. But we lost Gugu. And Gugu went down, like, fighting. He knew he was going down in, like, a dangerous situation. Granted, March went down fighting, too, but she was young, like, I didn't expect her to do anything, but, like, Gugu I expected to, like, fight, he trained for this, he had, like, the flamethrower thing set up and everything, so, like, when I see someone going down in combat, I feel like that's, like, a better death than this, poor 7, 6, 5-year-old girl, however old March was, dying at that age. But yeah, that was a good arc. This last arc was good. It wasn't my all-time favorite. I will say, I felt like Toneri was probably the only developed character through the whole arc, which made it so the other kids I didn't care about as much, plus the opening spoiling showing them with the veins going through them and stuff, which made me think since the start of the show, as soon as I see these characters, I know they're probably gonna die, which I guess is just the bad thing about watching openings sometimes, but yeah, what am I trying to say? But yeah, I did like the arc. It was still entertaining to watch, and it was still probably a cut above a lot of other anime I've seen in, like, storytelling and, my enjoyment of watching it. It was just not as good as, like, the March stuff, for me. But, I did like Toneri as a character because we did get her development and stuff like that. I wish they took a little bit of time to, like, because really all we got was that one time they were sitting there in that, like, little, like, broken down house area, and they talked about their dreams, and they each said, like, one thing. So, like, we know, like, one thing about them, but yeah, so I wish those characters were developed a little more before we lost them, but yeah. I do hope we kind of, like, steer away a little bit from, like, every character dying, but I think we might, with Fushi seemingly getting more competent at fighting these things after, like, the decades had passed. I think it would be interesting if we get some characters that stick around, and even if they like leave the story by going off on their own, if they don't die, because the only bad thing is about, like, I love death in shows, don't get me wrong, but when, almost every character that was introduced dies except for a select few, you start to expect that, And, like, granted, Toneri is still alive, so there is that, and Reen is still alive, but there is gonna, like, at least for a little bit in the next season, there's gonna be a part of me of, like, whoever he meets next, I'm gonna be like, oh, well, they're dead next, but yeah, I'm gonna try not to think that way, but, I mean, you can't really help it, but yeah. Whew, what a good show though. Like it's a mark of a good show that can make me feel the way that I felt throughout this show. Bringing me to tears, twice. I think I had like tears running down my face. There's other times where I got like really like misty eyed and everything too. And like that just doesn't happen in a lot of shows, Even during emotional parts in shows, there's a lot of them that don't get me like that. But but yeah, I've really enjoyed this one, guys, and I can't wait for season 2. Um, yeah, I think that's all I really have to say. So thank you guys so much for watching through this show with me. Like I said in the beginning, there isn't anything that's going to be replacing this one, just because this initially was a extra show anyway. So I normally didn't have anything going, and I just happened to, my friend mentioned the show being so good, and I had some free time, and I was like, I'll watch it. So I think I'll hold off for now, and then maybe, in the next season of anime, not this coming season, but the following one, maybe I'll grab something there or something like that, and pick up an extra show, but we'll see. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you did. Check out my Patreon. The link is in the description below, where you can get access to even more content from me. I have my Patreon exclusives on there, where I watch the entire show on my Patreon before releasing it to YouTube. So check that out if you wanna see some of those. Right now I'm watching Jujutsu Kaisen, which is almost over and being replaced with Cowboy Bebop. And then I'm watching Black Sails, which is my live action show at the moment. I try to always keep one live action going. And then I also have my Reincarnated as a Slime Season 2 on there as well, which might end up getting replaced with something, because I don't know if I want to drop 2 show slots, That was actually an extra one as well. But yeah. So check all that out. Like I said, link in the description below. You can go to patreon.com/Morthadon. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.